Hello and welcome back to part 2 of my Kent vlog. Cranbrook is a historic village which is famous for its windmill and its lovely houses. I've not featured it on the channel before and I hope to go back soon for a proper visit. Today, Kirsty and I are driving through to get to Hemsted Forest, a beautiful woodland and plantation in the High Weald area. I'll explain the Weald of Kent in another video soon as it's quite interesting. Kirsty had visited Hemsted a couple of times before, so we decided to follow the main trails in a kind of loop, as there were no signposts, then use Google Maps only if we got stuck.
Later than that, but to load carriages and stuff.
Oh, I suppose, yeah, because
Like
they get high up onto it.
Yeah.
The concrete does look newer.
Yeah. So I reckon in like the 40s or 50s maybe.
Any concrete experts, let me and Kirsty know. Is it a gun emplacement or a farm loader?
Yeah.
I know what you mean though, the concrete
Because it's
does
right
look
by
newer.
this pathway bit as well, this road.
And the tide one's just there.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if they barrow stuff up onto it to be able to load it onto the onto any carts and stuff they've got there, and then they can just drive off with the tractor.
Oh yeah, it's a bit extreme. Oh look, there's a trail next to it as well. Like through the woods on that bit. This is so muddy. I bet there's floods.
Oh yeah, I think so.
We can get up there. We can do it, Kirst. Kirsty, please. She's doing it. She's got this. I'm coming too, so I've only got one hand. Have you done it? Oh yeah, it's only the surface that's kind of like 2 inches of mud. I'll wash my boot off in a minute. We did it, Kirst. Oh yeah, there's definitely more grass up this side.
Would you agree? This is me facing.
Yeah.
So we have.
So we go right, and then we're going the cars there, down there.
So we just follow it down
all the way.
And we'll pick it up. Whereas before we crossed over there, wasn't where we were.
Okay.
So we just go straight on down there.
Okay. It's a lot more muddy than we envisaged, but it's okay. We can do it.
Because look, that's this bit coming down here.
Mm-hmm.
That's that bit going off there, and then so just straight on.
It's weird that they're saying there are proper trails on there. Toad spawn. Oh my god. No, they're just going to die and dry out because they're not in a puddle.
Yeah. Why would they do it then?
Toad spawn's weird. It looks like it's coming off the
It's the way, because it's like it's found a little pathway through.
That crow keeps following us, Kirst. Look, it's making sure that we're moving on. It's like, don't get her. We didn't mean to come this way. Yeah, it was a Kate error. By the way, I'm just going to say to my YouTube viewers, by the way, guys, this is a typical Kate. Oh, let's do this. It's a shortcut, or it's a more direct route. Yeah, it's the longest, but also like it takes longer because you have
Character building.
It is character building. Look at that though. It looks like a really cool swamp.
Let's be going. We have that. Rain recently.
I know. Dad said it rained last night, but I didn't hear it. He was like, you must have heard it on the Velux.
I even said to your mum, we haven't had much rain. She was like, no, we haven't really.
We're nearly there. We must be nearly there, Kirsty. It's not actually far as in I'm tired, but like as in a off-road.
Go on then. Go on.
Her tail looks super long compared to her body.
The walk in the chilly wet woods had been a great opportunity to catch up with my best friend, and unfortunately, that's why I kept forgetting to film for the vlog. The sun finally made an appearance, and we drove back to Kirsty's house through all the quaint Kent villages. As I mentioned earlier, I will make a full video on the Weald, but as a short introduction, it's an area of southeast England between the chalky North and South Downs. It comes from the Old English word weald, which means forest. The next day of my holiday would be a change of pace, as I was seeing my niece and nephew for an after-school board game challenge. I didn't even know my niece had fish.
Yeah, I got them last year. Fish knees. Yeah, they're pond fish.
Okay, what is their actual species?
Goldfish and another fish. I don't know what they are.
Shall we see if I know? Oh, it's windy.
Oh, Lily, you can come out. They are scared fish.
Oh, it's tiny.
Yeah, so you can't really see them, but I'm going to feed them because they are in.
What colour are they?
So one is gold, like orangey gold, and then the other one is like a spotty like kind of blacky grey. So they won't come up to eat, but they will eat. Hopefully. They are alive because I saw them about like a week ago. And if they're dead, they'll just float up to the top.
That's true. And I don't think it's been cold enough to make them dead. I thought they'd be hungry. Maybe they just eat the algae.
Yeah, maybe.
Guys, this video is called The Moment, and it's the moment that Eliza tries Irn Bru Pastilles for the first time.
It's good!
Eliza likes Scottish sweets.
Yeah. It tastes fizzy though.
I know, it's like the juice. Fizzy. Oh, you don't call it juice here, you call it soda.
Wow.
I know, it's got a whole range of emotions.
Wow. That's crazy. I like it. An example. While Alice was falling down a deep dark hole, comma, the white rabbit was looking around in chaos. Full stop. This is another example. Alice was falling down a deep dark hole while the white rabbit was looking around in chaos. Full stop.
They're my favourite things to use.
Yeah.
They're really helpful when you're being descriptive, aren't they?
Yeah.
Good descriptive devices.
Good descriptive devices.
Glenn's laughing at us. This is Eliza's theme tune for the Mini Beast. Are we playing this 3,000-year-old game? Maybe it's even older.
You might get frustrated with it. If you go like that, no one can get you.
Is it my go, Eliza?
Yeah!
What, where I can just do this? Thank you.
Is it mine go where I can just do this?
Yeah, what's that supposed to achieve?
Moving.
Oh, yeah. What, because it's your go?
Yeah.
Well, I can just do this. I honestly didn't realise how tactical pebbles would be. I recorded 2 matches and they'll be in a separate video, which also describes the history of the game and some famous Roman players. It was fascinating, and I'm going to have to practice if I want to beat my mini beast next time I'm back in Kent. After having dinner with my sister and her family, I had to go home and prepare for my granddad's funeral the next day. Out of respect, I didn't want to film much of the event, and it was a very emotional time for me, as you can imagine. However, I did record my dad's speech that he made at the wake. I hope you'll find these short excerpts about my granddad as insightful as I did. You see, Grandad was definitely a unique character.
On leaving the Merchant Navy, he briefly signed up with Sims Motor Units as a design engineer working on starters for diesel engines. This was followed by 2 years at Peerless and Ericsson Engineering, which eventually became the company known as Kenwood, making kitchen appliances. And it should come as no surprise to those that knew Dad well that when I was about 1, there are photos of me in the hall at home next to a large food mixer. My sister, Jane, was born in 1959 while he was at Peerless, but in 1961 he moved on to Horatio Meyer & Co. in Vauxhall as technical assistant to the chief engineer. And strangely, round about that time, our beds became Meyer's comfortable beds, as did the bedroom furniture of several other members of the Fronings family. Meyer's was actually very nearly his last job. One day, a fire broke out in the bedding store. Although Dad sounded the alarm, instead of evacuating the building, he decided that he could tackle the blaze on his own with a fire extinguisher, and was narrowly rescued when the fire worked its way through the highly flammable material and practically encircled him. Highly flammable material, remember this was the 1960s. In the mid to late 1960s, Dad moved to work for Gallagher, the tobacco manufacturers, at a smart office in Cannon Street, London, which I visited several times. The highlight, for me, was when I met his boss, who had been a member of the Dam Busters, and he signed my copy of Paul Brickhill's biography of the squadron. Dad had always told me that the best way to deal with employment was to change jobs frequently until you had enough experience to settle down. So, from 1969 to 1970, he became Assistant Chief Engineer for the telephone manufacturing company, the subsidiary of Philips. And he spent a lot of time in Canterbury, where they were based in a historic building. It was at this time that we acquired a decent stereo system, and I had my first Philips cassette recorder. In 1971, he finally did settle down to a job and was employed by British Airways at Heathrow Airport, where he remained until he retired 20 years later. A lot of his work was in Bombay, or Mumbai as it now is, in India, and he made many friends out there. He loved it. He also had brief foreign projects which took him to Moscow, Istanbul and Guyana. He worked his way up from building services engineer to senior project manager, and, understandably, took all the perks that went with the job. He gave the church the Concord crockery at some point. Annual holidays from the 1970s until 2016 were spent at Goa on the Indian coast. My parents always stayed at the Fort Aguada Hotel, where the staff got to know them very well, and I think they almost became the hotel mascots. Dad only really calmed down in the late 20-teens when he had to give up driving. So no longer did the family hear the familiar cry, "I know the width of my car!" Well, Dad knew the width of lots of things, and in his 94 years put that knowledge to great advantage, not just for himself, but for anyone, family or otherwise, who needed help. You certainly knew when he was around, but you knew that his heart was in the right place.
Considering the funeral took place on Friday the 13th, nothing went wrong and we were all extremely grateful for it. The next day, we decided to get outside and blow away the cobwebs. First of all, in the morning, I visited the Roman archaeological dig site which my dad is working on, and then we had a march around the muddy, windy fields in my old home village of Marden.
Here.
Yep.
So your tiled area was down there.
And then
And this is the granny annex that run between the channels, because we've not come across that before, and it looks like the possibility that they were designed to help heat it up more quickly. So that's roughly the bed that the little tinkling stream carved out for itself, that. But shallow, like it is behind us. It's opus signinum, which is a waterproof cement containing a lot of crushed tile, hence its pink coloration.
So we just walked past a vineyard, and these are apple trees in a more modern formation orchard compared to the old ones back there. Okay guys, so the reason I'm filming this corrugated iron shed, and I'm going to show you what's on the floor, that's my shadow, hello, is that this is not just a dumped place for some old farm rubbish. This is to do with the old hop garden, and these are hop poles here, so they would have been up in like rows, like telegraph poles, and this wire is the old hop wire that the hop vines trailed up. And this particular structure, I'll do a long shot in a minute so you can see it in full, has been here basically in this condition since we moved up here in 1991, and it's now 2026. It's a little bit breezy, so I hope you can hear the audio, but everywhere we walked along with these new orchards here and those other vineyards and the ones I just showed you, this all used to be hop gardens, and I'll insert some photos so you can see what I'm talking about. But here is the little hut. There's actually a bee's nest in there, I've just seen, so it's a good thing I've stepped back. There's a bee's nest under some of that iron. This was one of the hop pickers' huts. And all of this here, each one of these was a giant hop garden that people worked in. And Marden was really famous for growing hops, which are used in making beer and for other medicinal purposes.
That evening, after a long day, we had a family meal at my sister's house, which is always kind of bittersweet because I hardly ever get to come down to England and see my family due to the cost of it and other work commitments. We had a lovely time, and then it was back to my parents to get some rest before the long journey back to Glasgow and then Cumbernauld the next day. I just wanted to say that I'm so lucky to have the support of my friends and family to help pick me up and take me to and from Gatwick Airport and drive me to and from other places. I worked out that if I had to use public transport, as well as getting the cheapest red-eye flights on EasyJet, just to travel for this trip alone would have been around £450. I know this because I've had to book to visit my sister in November, and that's coming to over £350 with the flight prices increased because of the various global conflicts. Train prices in the UK are ridiculous. You see, I'm too old for a young person's travel card and too young for a retirement bus pass. That's really something for tourists to consider. We do have very good public transport, but you'll need to be willing to pay extortionate amounts to travel just within the UK by rail, bus, ferry or air. So on that note, please keep your eyes peeled on the channel for another staycation travel vlog near to me here in Scotland. As always, stay curious and keep on keeping on.
That's your children.